Welcome to Untitled TV with the brand new Gigaset QV830. Now this is a brand new 8-inch tablet that just came out this week here in Germany. Gigaset is a German company, but they will sell it worldwide, mainly here in Europe. Now this is an 8-inch tablet that has a really great price of 199 bucks, and it looks also quite good. Has Android Jelly Bean 4.2.2 right now installed, but also has a quad-core processor inside, 1.7 GHz each core, back and front camera with 5 megapixel and 1.2. And also really nice form factor, as you will see when we take a close look when we take it out of the box. Otherwise, you can see it here on the back. We have all kinds of different languages, from German, English, Italian, French, Turkey, and Spanish. And there's a lot to tell about the device, like it's only 8 millimeters thin, 350 grams light. Bluetooth 4 is, for example, also inside. Wireless BGN, only 2 GHz, not 5 GHz, a little bit sad, I tried it out before. But also 8 gigs of internal memory with externally available micro SD, so you can just upgrade with 64 gigs or more here with the Gigaset QV830. So let's take a look at what's inside the box. As you will see, it's a manual and of course then the device, which actually has 1 gig of RAM. I haven't mentioned that. And you can right away see here already English, a little short manual. On the back side, it will continue here on 5 pages for each language, actually to tell us what to do with the device when we use it for the first time, how to turn it on, what kind of buttons we have and things we have here installed, but always the same thing in 5 different languages. So let's just put that to the side, since I'm going to tell you guys exactly the same, or a little bit more actually, about this beautiful and light, really small tablet. It's really a kind of cool device to just get for Christmas. 199 bucks is maybe for some people out of their price league, but this is really a quite good device, as you will see in a second when we finish up the box here. Let's just take here this cover off, and then you can see we have a micro USB cable, so this is for charging, and you can transfer your data, of course. The 8 gigs of internal memory want to be used. I think there's about 5 or 6 gigs that you can actually use. We'll check in a second, since there's of course Android also installed. And then we have a charger, which can charge the 3260 mAh battery in just 2 hours, since we have a 2 amp output. So this is quite a good USB charger, and it's at 5 volts. Yeah, exactly, it's a worldwide adapter, but of course this, from 100 volts to 240, but this is of course the European version, and for the UK this should come out in January or February. That's what the guys told us, and maybe even the US market will be there. And then when we take out this little paper thing, then we have even a safety guide here inside. So again, a little bit more to read, but that's actually it from the box. No headphones or other special things like a bag or case, like for example Prestigio does, which could be maybe one of the biggest competitors here in Europe, since they are one of the also nice and cheap tablet makers and sellers. So we have the beautiful 8-inch screen, not Retina, so that's why the price is also a little bit lower, 199 for 768 times 1024 pixel resolution here. You can turn it on really quickly so you guys can see. And we have Android Jelly Bean Vanilla installed, so nothing extra here, no other icons, no horrible background, and no bloatware. Also, there's just a manual installed in an app, and that's it for now at least. So we have volume control on top, micro USB, can also get a little bit closer. Then we have here a microphone, a headphone, and a microphone jack in one, so 3.5mm standard thing. Here a little flap that we can open up for micro SDs, and the on and off switch. So let me just open this up so you guys can see this is how that would look like. Micro SD has to go right in there. Right now it's of course empty. Let me just close this up again. Here we go. On the back there's the 5 megapixel camera with no flash. There's also 10-inch version of the Gigaset, which is called the QV1030. That has also a dual flash on the back. Here no flash for the 5 megapixel, but I don't think that you would shoot anyway family pictures or something like that with a tablet, and even if so, it won't be dark. On the front again, 1.2 megapixel camera, and let's just turn the device on and go a little bit here through what it can do. So after unlocking it, you see there's a Gigaset background background, quite simple here, but of course you can change it by just tapping it and then holding, and then you can choose maybe a live wallpaper. There's the standard Android ones. Let's just go home again, since you also can just go here into the apps, where we have all the standard Android apps installed from Google Chrome, Drive, Hangouts, also Messenger, and even Translate, and so on. So everything that Google has to offer. It's of course also Play Store compatible, so you can download anything from about 1 million apps here from the Play Store, which we'll do of course for our review. Till then, let me just really quickly show you the camera, where we have the possibility to, for example, use a little bit of an app here that makes our faces look a little bit smoother. Yes, and here we go. I don't know why the camera took this long right now, but I think just because of this face feature, which I actually cannot turn off right now, but maybe we will get an update. So it looks actually quite good for the front camera. It's fast. You can also see a little bit. Let me get a little bit closer here. The camera shining right away on the screen, but otherwise, yeah, it's quite fine for just simple Skype messaging to just see the basics. And if we turn around the screen, we have of course a little bit more options here, like HDR, panorama pictures, and so on. But also the camera is getting a little bit slower. The quad-core processor doesn't seem to like the low light here, so it's a little bit slow and smushy for just yeah, changing here or browsing around. Let me switch to video mode. Usually it's a little bit faster then. Here we go, and yeah, it seems a lot smoother now, but it's also recording right away, so yeah, that's not that great. But of course recording you should usually do like this, so yeah, let's just stop that and go out again. Here we go. And then we can also start, for example, a browser where I can show you guys, for example, the New York Times, that this is how the non-retina display looks like on an 8-inch screen. Totally fine. You can zoom in a little bit. IPS means that also from the side the colors are totally fine. I think my camera doesn't like that it's so bright right now, so or it's actually just reflecting because of the light, but otherwise, yeah, it's really quite good to read. You can zoom in quite nicely. It's not retina, but totally easy on the eyes, I would still say. Here we go. Seems a little bit better here. So it's fine for everyday use, but of course in this small form factor it wouldn't be that great to read anything. Oops, I've started Google now. Can just of course go back here. And also actually the reason I wanted to open up the browser is to show you guys when we open up a new tab, for example, the keyboard is also standard Android keyboard. I can flip it around and it will flip also. There's also a GPS inside, no GLONASS, so just a standard A GPS, but it's enough for navigation worldwide usually. So till next time, please tune in again. This was the really short hands-on of the Gigaset QV830 with 8-inch. Now just a little bit of a comparison for similar price devices, like for example an Asus 7-inch tablet. You can see that from the front they look about the same, but of course the a 7-inch device, like a Nexus 7 for example, also it has the same form factor but a little bit slimmer now. The latest is of course here, as you can see, a little bit higher here with 8-inch, but of course the screen is also bigger. And I also forgot here on the back, the speaker is right here on the bottom on one side, and the other side is just a little bump, so it can just lay flat on the table and you can still hear everything. And on the bottom side it's also chrome, and on the side it's this nice little metal, and it's actually real metal since it's cold right now, and outside here it's cold anyway, so it feels totally fine. So this was the Gigaset QV830. Till next time, peace and again. I hope you like my little unboxing and also tiny comparison review coming up soon, and till then don't forget to subscribe.